This video we'll learn how to use design options in Revit. So before we learn how to use design options, let's understand what design options are. Suppose you go to the client, okay, and you want to show different options to the client, okay, like different options of design iterations. Like in one option, there could be some other kind of form. In the other kind of option, you have other kind of form, another kind of form. So you have multiple design options in the front of client, okay, and you want to show all of the options to the client and decide on or set on a particular options. So let's understand that with the help of massing, okay. So in this lecture we'll use massing models to illustrate the use of design options. Let's understand. So in this, on the screen, if you can see, it's a blank project. So what we'll be doing is we'll be creating a mask. Okay. So we'll go to the masking and site tab. Okay. And from there, we'll click on in place mask. And let's say this is the option number one. So I'll name the mask according to the option. So I'll say option one. You might name it in another way, no problem, but I am naming it so that we understand or we can make it more relative. Option one. And what I'll do is I'll just create a rectangle on level 0 plane. So since we have got two levels here, I am drawing on level 0. So I'll create one room kind of thing. And let's see that in 3D. So we'll go to the 3D view. So we'll click on the default 3D view icon on default 3D view. So click on this. And after we go there, we can see this outline which we have created on level 1 plan. Click on this. Click on, once you click on this, you will see create form. Okay, so click on create solid form. And thereby you can set the height of the form by clicking on this temporary dimension, setting it to, let's say the height is 3 meters. So I'll type 3m, that is 3 meters. And let's make the roof. This is the room. Okay, these are the walls. And now we'll make the roof. So what we'll do is we'll set this face as the work plane. So we'll have to go to the create tab, go to any tab, create, modify. Okay, we'll go to the create, set work plane, and set this face of the box as the work plane. Okay, and we'll create with the use of model line. So we'll click on model, and then we click on line, and now we'll create the outline for the roof. Okay, so roof will be having the overhang of say 600 from here. Still it is chaining, so we'll press escape key to come out of chain. Again we'll click on line. We'll verify that we are using what on workplace since we have set this face of the box as the work plane, right? 600 here, right? And now what we'll do, we'll create, we'll come out of the chain again, click on line again, and then from the, so if we place our mouse to the middle of the box, we'll see this snap like a triangle midpoint coming. We'll click on the midpoint and we'll go up to set the height of the ridge that will be around 1500. Okay, and now without coming out of the chain, we'll connect this line with this, and then we'll connect this with this. And to make the shape complete, okay, like a circuit, okay, we'll have to remove this line in between. So we'll click on modify, and see if we click on this, okay, if we try to select this, so it's coming as if it's like one complete line, but we need to select this particular segment of the line. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to put our mouse cursor over the line which we need to select, line segment which we need to select, and we'll press tab key to the tab key one time. So we'll press tab key one time. Again, we'll press the tab key one time to highlight that. Once it gets highlighted, we'll make a click. Once it is selected, we'll press the delete key. Now it gets deleted. Now again, now we see if we just put our mouse over the roof line, okay, we see the roof line is not complete. There seems to a gap, like there seems to be a gap here, right? So we'll have to remove this gap here. So we need a complete shape like this. So again, we'll put our cursor over the segment which we want to select, and we'll press the tab key. Once it gets highlighted, we'll make a click and press the delete key. Now, if we do it again, we see there are three segments. Okay, one, two, and three. Now we'll have to make this complete, like, right? So we'll go to the modify tab, we'll click on trim command, and we'll click on this segment, and we'll click on this segment. You see the alignment line coming. That is a preview of what's going to happen. Click on this, and now the shape is complete. We come out of the trim command by pressing the escape button. Click on this. Okay. We click on this corner of the view cube so that we see the isometric of this. And now once this is selected, okay, this particular roof line is selected, we'll click on create form. Now you see the gizmo here, right? Now click on the gizmo, like the red axis of the gizmo, drag it here, like drag it here to the outer end. Even for this, we'll drag it out. So I want to drag it out by say 600 mm. That is the roof overhang which we decided. So we deselect it. Again, if you want to select it, click on the face and click on the move button. Click on the Go to the top of the view cube. Click on the top of the view cube so that you see the top of the building. Select this as the base point for the move and make it 600. So you may type in 600 also, 600. Press enter key. All right. So this is 600, and this is we don't know for sure what it is. So what we'll do is, I want to see the isometric from this particular side. So I'll click on the top corner, and first of all we'll align it to match. Okay. So we'll go to the modify tab. We'll click on align. We'll click on the face of the box, and then we click on the face of the roof so that it gets flushed with the like wall. And then again we click on modify to come out of the align command, and we select the face. Now it is not selecting. Now if you want to select it, just put your cursor over the edge which is getting highlighted. Press the tab key one time. Again press the tab key one more time. Once it gets highlighted, click on it and click on the top view cube. Okay, so that we see the top of the building. Click on the move command. Click on this base point for the move and type in 600. So now it is equal from all the sides. Now let's say I go to the isometric again. Now this particular vertex, if we click on the vertex, now vertex is also movable. So again we click on the top, okay, and then we move the vertex. Click on the move, click on the vertex, and we move it within by around 1800. So we type in 1800 like this. Again we select this particular ridge point onto the another side. Click on move, and then we type in 1800 again. All right. Click on isometric. Okay. And this options of ours is ready. Now let's say I want to make a different option. Okay. So that will be option number 2. I click on finish mask. All right. Now let's create another option onto the side. Okay. So now we again go to the mask, make a new mask, click on in place mask. Option 2. Option 2. So now we create another option wherein we'll first of all go to level 0, click on rectangle, want to draw the rectangle on level 0 plane. Again, we draw it somewhere here, okay? And now we go to the 3D view, which is currently open. If it is not open, you might click on this default 3D view icon, so it will again open. And then click on this, click to drag, click on modify, click on the model line which you have created, click on create form, and we'll make it 3 meters again, okay? But now I would like to have a parapet kind of thing here. So what I'll do is on the top face of the box, I'll set the work plane. So I'll go to the create tab, I'll click on the set drop down, set work plane, set this as the work plane, go to the top again, and then we click on rectangle again, draw a rectangle on the outer boundary, and then we type in the offset of 200. Again, we draw the rectangle, but it is coming on the outer side. We want it on the inner edge. So we'll press the space bar so it comes in. Make a click. Again, what we'll do is we'll try to create the form. I want the parapet wall. So I'll go to click on modify. Okay, and click on the outer edge which we have created. Hold down the control key so that the cursor turns to plus symbol, and we click on the inner edge and click on create form. It says unable to create form. So the better way to do so is, first of all, let's create a form with the outer boundary. So we'll click on the outer boundary, create form, set the height of the parapet to 900, okay, and then we click the inner boundary, click on create form again. So we want the inner form to surpass the top of the outer form, so that we'll set the height to 1000 so that it is greater than 900. Now it is, see, it is coming out of the outer boundary, right? And now what we'll do is we want to actually remove the form which we have created from the inside portion. Okay, so we want to cut the outer form, which is this form, with the inner form. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll select the form, not the edge. So we'll put our cursor over the inner form edge, press tab key so that the whole form gets highlighted. Once it gets highlighted, we'll make a click to select it, and we'll set the solid void to void. Now we see automatically the form is cutting, and we see a kind of parapet wall here. Again, we click on finish mask to confirm. So we have made another option. So let's actually make the design options now. Okay. So what we'll do is, well, you have to verify that you are out of the masking command. So you have got two options here. You click on the design options, okay, and thereby you will make an option set. So I'll make an option set. I'll click on this. I'll rename it to masking set, okay, masking options. Or you might set it to conceptual design or LOD 100, anything which you want. There's option set, and under option sets we can have different kind of options. So one option is primary. So we'll make a new option, okay, under the option set of LOD 100. We'll set the primary option. We'll rename it to with sloped roof, and the other option, you click on this, rename it to with parapet walls. Okay, and we'll close it. And now what we'll do is we'll click on the one with the sloped roof, and we'll once you click on this object, the masking object or any other object, whether it can be wall also, can be floor also. You select multiple objects. You can put them in under a particular kind of design options. So click on this. We click on the add to set. Which set? We go to the particular design option set, and then we say with slope roof. Click on OK. So now this has moved to slope roof, and this particular thing needs to be in option number two, which parapet walls. So we'll click on this one, move to or add to set. We'll uncheck the slope roof and click on OK. Now this is, you see that is now been hidden because that is under a different set, and this is the primary option. So now if you click on this particular button here, so now we have two options here. Under LOD 100, we have one with the slope roof, which is the primary, which is why it is visible. And now we'll click on with parapet walls. So now parapet walls has come. If you want to go back, click on this again with slope roof. All right. This is how the design options work. It can work with all the other elements in Revit. Okay. So in case of the LOD 300 model, wherein you add the walls, you add the finishes, and you want to show different finishes options, you can do with the same kind of command. So you add those elements to a particular set and then toggle the set from this particular option, okay, this particular feature. All right.